Oh no. Wants to develop Fire Elemental? Spellgorge are weird. Alright, this is a loss. Alright, mill 2 land. This card still doesn't do anything on this board. I guess I'm drawing for lands. Dude, he's got a 3rd Heartfire Immolator. This card's good. It's also uncommon. You don't generally play against 3 of the same uncommon in draft. Go. How do we get tempo here to do anything? We don't. I mean, again, like, this is a non-game. Like, I don't know what to do. This is just a non-game. We went second every single time this draft, right? All 6 or 7 games, where the fuck it is. All right, I can play out a 5-drop. It's probably not good enough. He has cards in hand. He just faced me with that too, right? I can't play out 2. I mean, I can play out 2 blockers, but they get removed by Chandra. And if my blockers get removed by Chandra, like, I might as well not have them. It doesn't change the board state at all. So I think I have to Guardian here. Hope it survives whatever removal he has. And it might not. This might just be Electrify on his turn. Electrify plus Chandra, remove my blocker, takes 3, 6, 9, kills me. Seems pretty likely. Oh, he can go 6 face with the Immolators? They can go face? Nah, it's creature or planeswalker, bro. But, I mean, it's impossible to win from this position. So exactly the same play, really. That's the same as Electrify. He's just proving he's got yet another spell to go with it. All right. I mean, that's a game, and by a game, that's the second one out of these 3 that, like, we just don't actually do anything. So here we are making good decisions for what the cards we have available, but it has no impact on the course of the game whatsoever. It's a frustrating experience. Okay. All right. So we played 8 games. How many were games, chat? Like, for real. How many were games? Three and a half? I mean, the games where we milled them were all decided by a single turn either way. Those felt like games. Lots of decisions. I don't know. 5 wins is a little ahead of break even, actually. It's 1,600 gems, plus you get whatever card stuff you get. I mean, we came out. We hit our prediction, which was nice, I guess. But kind of annoying the way we lose this. I think this was 8 games at going second, I think. Maybe 1. Maybe we had 1 where it wasn't going second. So painful. Those 2 things are so painful. That combination of opponent curving out with, like, the perfect fucking answers while going first every single time. I haven't played that other draft format, Dehydrogenase. I certainly don't want to play it. I don't want to start with a new format right now. It'd be so tilted by being bad at it. Yeah. No, I haven't looked at the cow teams at all. All right. I mean, that's 2 5 series wins in a row, though. It's pretty good for us. Yo, one hand smoother. I don't think it's way more than it's supposed to. It is ahead of what it should be. I don't know. I think it's this format. All right. Is there any world in which we don't slam the 6/6 flying dragon that makes more dragons and fire breeze? I'd say that's a no. This card was strong versus... No, that's not that card. This isn't the one that destroys it. I don't like this card because you have to make the decision before combat. This card is fine. You don't want to first pick it. You don't want to be invested in blue-white to begin with. This card's pretty weak. The rest of the pack is absolute garbage with the exception of maybe the Brute. So I think this is easy. And the Dreadmaw is okay. All right. We'll take our 6/6 Bomb Dragon. I like Chaos Wand. Although it's been hit or miss for me. I've definitely played opponents where this misses entirely through their deck, which is hilarious. So there's Luminous Bonds as cheap removal. No red card of interest in this one. There's an Encyclopedia for card draw and an Artificer. Do we pass Bonds? I love that this is Artifact, so our second pick doesn't have to be committed to a color. There's no dragons in this pack. I think I Chaos Wand here. Bonds is really decent, but the ability to stay open, this is essentially removal versus good players. It's just really slow. I don't like Encyclopedia here. I think the power level of Chaos Wand is much higher than the power level of Encyclopedia. And if I'm choosing between Encyclopedia and Bonds here, I take Bonds every single time. Chaos Wand, you can activate it whenever. So it activates at instant speed, but you pull through the deck till you hit a sorcery or instant. And you cast it then. I'll show you. When it hits, it's amazing. When it doesn't hit, it's a bit trolly. I don't know its real power level. Sometimes it's incredibly powerful. It's very grindy. All right, so we missed all red cards again. There's an Essence Scatter, which is probably the best card in here. There's a Sack Outlet and an Angel of Dawn. I'm okay to Angel of Dawn. I'm also okay to Essence Scatter. It's a bit of top end again. It's too bad we passed the Luminous Bonds if Angel was going to be next. Because its Luminous Bonds will, in that last pack, will push people into white. I haven't played blue-red in this format at all. I really hate that I just signaled that I wasn't white and then would then take a white card. I'm not so sure about that. Could be either way there. It might be doubling down on bad though. Take Vengeance now if we were white, so we're getting punished for these decisions. There's a Vine Mare, which is okay. We don't have to commit to blue. We could be red-green. Vine Mare's okay in red-green. Dragon's great in red-green. Green didn't seem particularly open, but it doesn't seem like cut off either. It just hasn't seen any good green cards. There's Omen Speaker. If we double down on blue, it's fine, but it's not exciting. All the red cards are bad. Mana List pretty bad. I mean, Vengeance is okay, but we've just passed so many white cards. Like I'm like certain the guy behind us is playing white at this stage, right? Naturalize? No, we're not taking Naturalize. All right, there's a shitty blue flyer, a shitty red ground creature, and nothing else. Wow, that's a bad pack. Okay. Yeah, Swamp is good. Make a Stand in white, which is excellent. There's a shitty green blocker and there's a red-green duel. We're no way near Make a Stand, although I think it's an excellent combat trick. It's a cancel, which I don't want. Are we on Highland Game or are we on Timber Gorge? I don't value cancel very highly. Ugh. Hello, Sammy. It's a tempo thing with cancel. It's very time intensive. All right, we don't know if we're blue. We have an artifact. Scholar has some synergy. There's a second dragon, and there's a Rise from the Grave. This pack will see us again, but it won't see us with a dragon in it. It will see us with either Sovereign's Bite or Island. There's also a mirror image. I don't think we can make mirror image copies of our legendary creatures. I want the Rise from a Grave, honestly. Like, rising Lathless from the grave would be hilarious. But I think I'm taking Spark Tongue first. It's our second red card, which is exciting. All right, what is this? Mine Rots, Aegis, Gearsmith, Divination. Seems like Divination. Maybe there's blue available in this pack. Deck is not coming together quite yet, I must say. So 2 red cards. This was the opening pack. A very bad blue card and quite a bad white card. I guess if we're red... oh, we're red. Never mind. We have red that we want to play and red that's not splashable. Brute's fine here. I think it's better than a random Ogre with no reason to think Ogre's going to do anything for us. I don't like Devil very much. Devil's okay. It just trades down all the time. It's exciting when you're winning and you get a trampler, and it's just unexciting every other time you play it. Take Crash Through over Trumpet Blast, I think. I don't mind playing Cycling. If we red-blue, there's some prowess triggers and stuff like that. Fire Elemental is definitely a scam. Another Trumpet Blast is always a scam. Do we take a 5-mana 5/4? If we play green, if we play red something, maybe. To me, it's the end of the pack. We grab a Scholar, grab a Minotaur, grab a Plummet, and grab a Vines. I lied. All right, we have no idea what our second color is. We're forcing dragons because of Lathalis. Pack 1 was kind of medium low. The Bogart Groot actually really helped. There's a bunch of red cards we don't want to play. Crash Through, Hostile Minotaur, Fire Elemental. So it looks like we have more red than we do. Timber Gorge was speculative. The blue cards are pretty weak too. Divination and Essence Scatter are good. Mage is okay. Uncomfortable Chill is pretty bad. Wand really depends on your deck. So we'll see. It's a nice mana filler. So we got to see what comes out of this. We're pretty open to whatever the fuck shows up in pack 2, honestly. Unless it's a black rare. Red-white dual land's not where we want to be. Howling Giant's very strong, but it's very late game. I like it a lot. I mean, it's 3 bodies for 7 mana, and one of them's a reach, 5/5 reach, which is great. The Vampire's fine. Temple's okay. But I'm looking at that Silverback Shaman. Does that push us into green? There's a Chandra's Embercat, which I'm okay with. I think I would Shaman over Howling Giant. We don't know our second color. There is a look at that Frost Lynx. It's okay. I mean, don't we feel like we're going to be big beaters with bad curves, which means we don't really want to tempo them? I think I'm on Shaman. All right, blue-white Flying Lord is quite good, but we're nowhere near it. There's an Uncaged Fury for double striking. And there's 3 really medium red 2 and 3 drops. And there's like nothing. All right, we're gonna go uncage. We're gonna uncage for Fury Lathalis for the win. That seems like a give me. All right, Lotus Field. You just splash red off Lotus Field. What do you think? I mean, another rare land sucks. That's 2 rare lands in 2 packs like this. We got a Spider if we end up red-green. Embercat really doesn't do anything unless you're running elementals. Otherwise, it's just a 2/2 with no text on it. We don't have any Chandras. These cards are all fairly bad. There's more white removal. There's a Cryptic Caves if we want to play that in green-red. I think I take Spider now and hope Cryptic Caves wheels.
You have returned.
I mean, Piranhas is okay as well, but I think Spider is actually reasonable. The Goblin is fine, but I'm not going to pick him now. We'll get him on the wheel if he's still there. Could take Wolfkin Bond too. I just don't really like it. Thank you, Moonman. I mean, it's decent. Puts a body down. Dude, come on with this shit. All right, so now we're like pushed way back to blue. Pretty hard too. There's some shitty red cards. Weak uncommons. The white's garbage. Black's good with Soul Salvage. I don't think we're anywhere near a Soul Salvage. We don't know yet if we're blue or green. We're moving towards green. We have high quality green cards, just not a lot of them. Just aren't a lot of green cards in here and fixing for green. So we kind of wanted to be there. This is not a deck that gets value out of Scholar. We have basically no instants or sorceries and a bunch of red beaters. So I'd much as I would like to take Cloudkin or Scholar, I think we're pushed away from that. But what the fuck do we take then? Just the Corsair for a 3/3 green creature? That is very unexciting. Okay, more blue. There's a Netcaster Spider who I quite like. Lavakin Brawler is definitely Elementals Matter. Bunch of blue cards. Getting scammed. Getting fucking scammed here, chat. The colors we want are not open. I'll take Spider. I'm happy with that, I guess. Embercat. Wolfkin Bond, Feral Invocation as a flash combat trick that makes our guys bigger permanently seems okay. What does this thing do? I mean, that's okay. Not really playable in draft, though. Okay. We need some 2-drops. We do. This is a pretty bad one for us. Maybe we can get some more Elemental Matters if we take it. Maybe Feral Invocation will wheel. It's not like a super exciting card. It's just like another playable. We do need 2-drops, and it is in red. There's a green-red 2-drop, which accelerates us, which is good for a deck like this. It's another elemental too, so maybe we'll get some more Elemental Matters stuff. Lots of blue cards and a single colorless card. I can't imagine. I mean, I guess there's a world in which we could be black-red. Do we play this stupid Raptor if we play 4-drops? It's really not what a red-green beat deck wants. Rip Fry? Yeah, I don't want to play Fry. I don't think we're black, and if we are black, this card has no synergy with anything else our deck plays, so I guess we'll take the shitty bird. Oh, surprisingly, our pack 2, pick 1 rare wield. I'm shocked. Okay. Another 2-drop if we want it, or a 3-drop. We're moving away from blue, although blue was open, so we made mistakes. Mistakes were fucking made, chat. How did we get to this position, and how do we get away from it? Dog is better than Digger by a lot. Although Digger has synergy with something like Chaos Wand missing. Doggo is just a reasonable 2-drop that doesn't blink if you draw it later. There's a Digger. Or another Ember Cat. Third Ember Cat. We have 2 elementals in the deck that are not cats. Is it better than Digger? Should have gone Hammer. We don't have actually a mana ramping. I think I'm going to take the Digger for curve. Surprisingly, the Predator wield. I don't understand. The card is so good. There's the Elemental. So we got a little punish for not taking the 3rd cat, I guess. Wolfkin Bond wield. All right, pack 3 would be really nice to get some cheap red or green removal, like that one. What is this card? I mean, that card seems okay. Is this card good, chat? I could see that being not good. What is this thing? It's just an X spell. There's another dragon. It's a 7-mana dragon. We've got Dragonfire or a 1X dude or permanence gain, hexproof, and indestructible. That doesn't seem like what we want. This is basically a 2-mana Ranger's Guile, right? I think this is just Dragonfire. Okay. What does this thing do? Whenever I draw my 2nd card in a turn, create a 2/2 cat token. That seems excellent if we were playing blue-green. Now, I think it's slightly problematic that we have no cards that have draw written on them in our entire deck. This would be nice if we were splashing. What is this thing? It's an elemental lizard. It's a scam. There's Hunter's Edge as really expensive bad removal, but it might be good enough for us since we literally have no other. That card's quite solid for us too. I think we have to take first removal and feel fucking salty as shit about it too. This probably wheels. That won't, but it's our first removal. Do we want the 2-mana 3/3? I think I'm taking first removal. Gorilla has draw. You're wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong, rather. You're right. Yep, that's true. All right. Red card that doesn't do anything. Really solid blue card. A black removal card that's super good. Village Rites. We got a 4/2 beater, a Sure Strike, or a Portcullis Fine. 4/2 beater or weak combat trick? 4/2 beater. Sure Strike's okay. Let's say it's attack, but it fucks your ability to do anything else. I don't know, man. Those are really close. Which one's more likely to wheel? Oh, punished immediately. 2nd Sure Strike. There's a red-green duel. Fervor of the Bitten. 1 mana, +2/+2 attacks each turn if able. Is that good enough to play? It might be. It's okay on big green-red cards. Maybe Short Sword? Just makes trading a little bit harder for them. I think I'd rather Short Sword than a shitty Aura. I think I'm really leaning towards a Rugged Highlands, but I'm expecting it to wheel. I don't need a 2nd Sure Strike after last pick. If I had taken the other card instead of Sure Strike, maybe. All right, so what is this? 2nd Hunter's Edge. Truffle Snout, Fear of the Bitten again. This is Burlfist Oak, which is pretty bad if you don't have draw. This is easy Soul Seer for 5 damage. It's an instant too. This card is actually amazing. I get the art confused with the 5 mana deal 5. This is a 3 mana deal 5, which is awesome. Okay, Dragon Wield as expected. Oh, it's not even the wheel. This is actually another 7 mana dragon. So that are turret ogre. How are our 4-drops? They're okay. We're going to get another one in a second. We're not going to be able to play 2 of them. They cost 7 mana. Ooh, Ranger's Guile Wield. I'll take that. It's a nice combat trick on 1 mana. Hunter's Edge, 7/3. Animal Sanctuary is still here. Do we have bird cats, dogs, goats, oxes? We have cats. Fucking Sanctuary is great for us. I don't remember seeing this card. What did I pick instead of this? I don't remember this pack at all. Is this my first time seeing this pack? Yeah, it is. Okay. There's that other dragon. Do we take second dragon? We're very unlikely to play it. Or do we take cycling and trample? That seems more likely. I don't think we can run 3 7-mana dragons. All right, the Pteranodon Wield, surprisingly. Take that. Portcullis Vine. Or Ogre. Ogre Wield. Sweet. Red-blue mana fixing. At a rare. Sure. $20 gems secured. First 2 7-mana dragons will get milled. That's fine. If we're getting milled, we can't afford 7-mana cards anyway, so we can't play them. Okay, so we have 3 dragons, and we have a dragon that wants to be played on a 7, and a dragon that wants to be played at an 8 as a 3/3. So, all right, cards we're not playing. Let's get rid of this shit that's really questionable first, and then we'll backfill. So we have cats and dogs. Does the zoo help for cats and dogs? It does. So cat, dog, only removal, dino. Dinos don't get pumped, but it's still a good one. Elemental Druid, Plummet. I'm not sure we're playing that yet. Training is a maybe as well. Goblin Warrior, Goblin, Ogre Warrior, Soul Seer, Uncaged Fury. That's a question mark. Spider. Spiders grow? They don't. Chaos Wand, Hostile Minotaur is pretty fucking sketchy. The Brawler's a lot better as a 4-drop with 2 cats in the deck. Still not great, but it's okay. It's questionable removal. That card is trash. Vinemare has no spot in this deck. It's really bad, actually, for this deck, besides it being a 4-slot. So all of our 4-drops are pretty terrible. Problem with Vinemare is, I mean, I guess we have the 1 first strike trick. It's a horse, right? Do horses get pumped? Bird, cat, dog, goat, ox, or snake. Okay. Yeah, we're not cutting for certain near chat. We're just removing cards that are questionable. Elemental's better because we have 2 cats for sure, and we have an Elemental Matters card, but it's still not good. Wolfkin Bond, same problem. It's not good. Predator's terrible. And we have 2 very expensive dragons. All right, so here's the deck we'd like to play with some 4-drops in there. So how are we on removal? We have Scorching Dragonfire and Soul Seer. Play the Raptor. It's a bird. Oh, that's interesting. Thanks. So we need 4 cards back in. All right, I gotta pee. I'm gonna grab water, pee. We'll figure out our last 4 cards, and then we'll get this draft rolling. See you in a second. All right. Where do we want here? With the amount of, well, it depends if we play the dragons or not, right? So, what are the highest impact cards? Surprise You're Dead is always kind of amusing. Generating bodies while pumping air creatures or aggressive threats are okay. Gets blown up. It's a little slow and it's a little vulnerable to removal. Hexproof is kind of unfair, but it really requires something to go with it. Possibly Surprise You're Dead goes with Vine Mare too. Doesn't give trample, right? No. Here's our dragon synergy, kinda. This card's always interesting, gives trample, as well as cycles cards. And Hunter's Edge is kind of removal. I mean, it's technically, actively is removal. The bird is something we're somewhat interested in the sword. Anything else that matters here? Is Fire Elemental a card? I mean, compare this card here, Fire Elemental, to this card here, Silverback Shaman. You look at this one, and it has a lot of things in the text box, and that seems exciting. This one's text box is really empty. It synergizes with cats, so it's cheaper for us, and it synergizes with Brawler for better attackers, but it's pretty painful. Like, I don't really want to play that. This is 5 cards over. I feel like every card we have down here is better than Fire Elemental. Card in the 90s? Yeah. Yep. From the first time I played Magic, Fire Elemental was a card for sure. All right. So, what do we want in here? 2 drops are okay right now. Sword is quite good with Pteranodon. And sword maybe is something we want anyways. We're not artifacts matters necessarily, but we have, but we expect to be doing a fair amount of trading, and making trades unpleasant for them is like my happiest thing in life. It's colorless as well, goes with Animal Sanctuary. I like Animal Sanctuary in this deck. This card has been strong every time I've seen it played, even with just a small amount of synergy to it. So it pumps all of our 2 drops basically. Okay. How good is Chaos Wand? Good enough to play in this deck. We're gonna have not a lot of things to do at instant speed, and we're gonna, when we flood, we're gonna want things that gives us flood protection, like for example Chaos Wand. And we can't cut lands in this deck because we have such a high top end that we need to actually hit our land drops. So there's gonna be games where we go like Leafkin Druid into like land, and then we just draw lands for fucking ever, and then Chaos Wand has some value there. Cycle is okay. We have no prowess triggers. This is a 1 mana non-instant cycle. It's not super good for us. All right, the question is what is best for us? Like, this creature wins games if it resolves. This creature does not. It's just a 5 mana 3/3, which is extremely expensive. We do need some other flyers, so I think, and this synergizes with our Animal Sanctuary. I feel like the Raptor's okay here. 5 cards out is quite a lot here. There's no way we can go underneath 17 lands that I can think of. Short Sword is low impact. I don't know. It makes some of our 2 drops not quite as dead. Lets us stall a little bit longer. Lets us use extra mana a little bit more efficiently. I wish it was a Marauder's Axe, but it's okay. For that Vine Mare to be 4. It can still be a Vine Mare. I mean, we've got, so in sitting in our sideboard, or our cards that we haven't, I mean, do we want 5 2-drops too? I don't think I want to cut cats or dogs right now when they're 2 drops as well. So, and I don't think I mean, I don't know. So like this card is maybe questionable in our deck. We need 4 or more power creatures to do something. We have 1 3-drop that's 4 or more. This card is not a 4 or more till it attacks, which means this card never gets activated by it. We can grow stuff to be there, but they don't already. The spider isn't. There's a lot of time where this card is dead. It's just a 3/3 defender. 3/3 defender is okay. It gets a little bit better with something like Short Sword, right? Where Short Sword pumps all of my creatures to 4 power and also self-activates that one. Hunter's Edge is a really bad card, chat. Like, it's not bad enough that I'm not gonna rule out playing it right now, but this is Rabid Bite at cost 4. is what this card is 99% of the time. Digger's medium. I agree. Card is possibly cuttable. We have four other 3 drops, and we are hoping to go 2 to 4 a lot of the time. A lot of the time. We're gonna hope to go 2 to 4 once this entire draft when we get Elemental into Embercat into Brawler. So I don't hate hitting Cutter or cutting Digger. I guess my part of my thought process was when we drafted this that when Chaos Wand empties the opponent's deck, so once you've cycled through their deck and it no longer hits targets, it is a dead card. We do get some value of throwing it away for Digger. Is this an elemental? Oh, it's an elemental horse. Okay, we play this 100,000% of the time then. I thought it was just a horse. Elemental horse means we sometimes get this out on 3, which is nuts. I think I'll play that. That's okay. All right, so if we cut those, it seems weird to cut the Pteranodon. But if we cut those, we still have 3 cards left. Maybe we can build the rest of this. So I would love to play Surprise You're Dead, because sometimes Surprise They're Dead. I kind of like removal, but our cards are so... This is such slow removal. And I like training. I like training because it does something that's relevant to big red-green creatures that don't have trample, like half of our deck. And then simultaneously draws me a card. Dragon is good. Dragon is not good. Dragon is medium. It has Dragon Synergy in our deck, but it's a 5-mana 3/3, which is really unexciting. Hunter's Edge. What is Hunter's Edge you keep referencing? What is that card? I don't see a card called Hunter's... Oh, this fucking card. Yeah, sure. Vine Mare as a creature that can't be removed to do that is certainly fine. We could main Plummet. We see a lot of flyers, but the games where it's dead, again, we don't have card selection. If we were playing a bunch of Tormenting Voices, maybe like Plummet becomes better. Bond is kind of whatever on this deck. It's fine. I mean, they're wolves. Do wolves get pumped? Bird, cat, dog, goat, snake. No. I don't think I'm playing that. It would kind of be nice to have our dragon in. I think it's better if we play Edge and Training. Dino does get a little bit better with Edge and Training. Is there a universe in which we don't play Uncaged Fury? This card seems like it surprise kills people. Short Sword is better than Training. You can't say things like that. I mean, perhaps the second half of what you're saying is better in this deck right now, but I'm not convinced that's necessarily true. So the cards we're a little sad to be missing right now are Pteranodon and Dragon. I think those are the cards we're most upset about to not have in this deck. I feel like this board, I think we have to play Hunter's Edge with this deck. We're not so flush on other removal that we can get away from it. Is Sure Strike something we need? Maybe we don't need Sure Strike and Uncaged Fury. Sure Strike's a nice cheap trick. It looks like Uncaged Fury is quite expensive. It's a lot of damage when it hits, but it might be a win more kind of card. I mean, Double Strike is a fucking sick ability. I'm not that upset about Dragon either. I don't expect there to be a lot of games where Dragon matters. The reason why this Dragon would matter would be if we played Lathliss and then we draw Dragon and we haven't won the game with Lathliss on board. It'd be really nice to have another fucking 5/5 flyer there, but I agree. The number of games in which that occurs seems really, really small. It's not like this ability is good. 8 mana deal 3 to something, or 5 mana 3/3. Both are pretty bad. Don't like training? Think training's bad here? Could be. I mean, neither of our dragons have trample. And our Vine Mare doesn't have trample. Maybe. We're currently at 40. So if we take out training here, which is reasonable, what do we bring in? The Pteranodon? Pteranodon gets worse. They're almost a package, right? It's almost like these two. Wolfkin's pretty unexciting. How about Short Sword, man? I like Short Sword. Training's unexciting? Sure. I agree. We have to stick with 17 here. We have a very high top end. That wins us the game when we play them, right? And a fair number of combat tricks. So what if we ran these plus Short Sword? Is this good enough? So we could get Digger back in as a 3-drop. We only have 4 3-drops right now. We could get Short Sword in as kind of a little bit more impactful training. We could play training anyways for the card cycle. We could try to get Dragon in here at 5 mana. It's not terrible with this board. It's just not particularly exciting. It has no synergy in our deck except for Lathliss or drawing it when we're flooded. Maybe we just play that Goblin here. I bet you I activate that ability once in the entire game. Once in the entire draft. So 4 mana 3/3. There's another elemental. I think Fire Elemental. Dude, is Fire Elemental just better than Sharp Tongue Dragon here? It might be. If there's 2 cards we could cut. All right, last pass at this, chat. Is there any other card besides the Digger that you guys can see that could be cut from this deck? Possibly Sure Strike. Possibly Uncaged Fury. Are there 2 of these cards here that are worth taking out to get these 2 in? Or these 3 in? I guess we could swap these 3. Right? This is how it could be. We could add Pteranodon, Short Sword, and Training to drop Sure Strike, Digger, and Fury. That doesn't seem good. Sure Strike seems like it's going to have impact on this board with this game. Hate the Goblin? Well, what's the better card? This is draft. You don't get to play 40 perfect cards, right? You're going to end up playing some weaker cards. Just how draft works. Dino is better. We don't have a lot of cards that activate Dinosaur in our deck, which is the problem for that. Sword over Goblin? We could. So if we think Sure Strike, I don't know about this card. This card feels... I didn't ever play M20. I only ever played M19. So I haven't seen the impact of this card in the game. It seems very powerful. Double Strike is stupid. And an even bigger creature that double strikes is ridiculous. If that has high impact, I probably want to try it anyways. And I think I want the Sure Strike with this deck. So if we had to take one card, I don't think it's those 2. I think it's between here. And I'm happy to play Short Sword. I'm happy to play Digger. There's synergies for both of them, right? Short Sword gets a little bit worse with that thing out, but not massively. There's still a million other creatures to attach it to. What's our creature count? Maybe that's an information that we should use. We're at 16 creatures. It's very expensive as tricks go. It's very slow. Like Short Sword more than Digger, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threes. I think I want this. All right, let's try this. Are we happy with 8, 9, 8 green sources, 9 red sources? We have mostly red 2-drops. We do care about double green on 4 and double green on 5. We don't care about double red until 6. Let's It's a little bit ugly with the mana. All of our 2-drops are with red. And most of our 3-drops are with red. So we can probably actually play without green till later, although it's going to be frustrating. All right, let's try this. This is Lucky Gruel, right? Where you just need to draw well. If you draw well, you're good. If you don't draw well, you lose the game because you have no way to impact that game. Oh, I should start a prediction. What do you guys think? 5 with this one? Did we spell lucky wrong? Better. That's perfect. Gruel can't spell. Thank you, Ashley. All right. We've done it. We've drawn our bomb. Opponent goes first. We haven't managed to go first yet today. Pretty much. Okay. What do you think? Easy red-green source. All right, my expectation, he slams that enchantment down on this thing that makes it a 5/5 attacker with lifelink. Costs 3 mana. I've had it played on me as combos like that, like non-stop. That's fine. All right, we've drawn this card that probably shouldn't be in our deck, so that's exciting. Let's run out the Centaur. Second Chaplain, questionable. All right, opponent didn't do anything that turn. I'm pretty sure if he could have activated the dinosaur, he would have. I'm not scared of his board right now. So let's run out Chaos Wand. Our opponent is in Copper League and has played kind of questionable stuff with white-green. All of that screams new player. So we might end up digging through his deck and not find anything. Oh, we might not. Okay. It's Pride Malkin doing work. Oh, that's annoying for the mana. So I would love to play Leafkin so I could play cards. I guess I currently have Sure Strike to block with, which is a bit sketch. Otherwise, it's Hunter's Edge, the Corsair Hunter's Edging the Tyrannodon. All right. I believe in Sure Strike. Yep, could roll the Chaos Wand for sure. But I want to do that when I have other game plans to deal with their board. Tyrannodon can activate itself? Sure. If it gets above 4 power. It's annoying. Okay. I don't know why I played on the 5/5 there. I'm pretty sure he should have made the Pride Malkin into a 3/2 so it can attack into this board. But I'm pretty happy with this. He tapped out pre-combat too. Makes sense because this thing gives out tokens, but it's really good for me. All right, got our land. Do we just smash into Lathalis? We have 6 lands now. He's played no removal, playing white-green. There's a bunch of pacifism effects. We still have both our... Do we have both our... I can't remember. Did we end up playing Spark Tongue or no? I really don't remember. It's too hard to pass that at 6 mana. Yeah, he is playing like a new player, so probably we'll see like... It'll be Plummet. For sure. Yeah, but I still think it's probably our best play, right? We can't double spell otherwise, so we're looking to be really inefficient with mana. We can hold up Chaos Wand, which is 4 to activate, and do nothing else, or we play out like a Hunter's Edge fighting what? Like, it's just not very exciting. Okay, he's made that card fly. Sure. All right, on 7 lands now, can double spell. We've got, for example, Fury plus Dragon. mean, he still could have plummet, I suppose. I'm not scared of his board, but I don't want to leave. I think this is a spider turn because I don't give a shit about his board. Maybe I want to start using this too. Could I be... I mean, he's done nothing. I guess I attack with the dragon. Do you have to play the card? No, it's a May. If he doesn't block this, I may hit him for 12 in the face. Wow. I could pump it 3 times and Fury it. So we get in for 18. I don't trust him. This is like plummet, like 99% of the time. I don't trust it. Take your 6. Should have pumped once, I guess, with the spider. Okay. Play out spider. Call it a turn. Okay. Oh, it's 4 mana now on Leafkin. I did miss that. So I get to keep Fury up. That's interesting. Auto tapper actually in our favor for once. Highlight the card I could play. Ceratops is a 5/4. Okay, but this means no green mana up, which makes our opponent a lot more killable. Is it good enough to remove this 2/4 lifelinker? Isn't he dead right now with the dragon? We said we could do 18 with it, right? Oh, this brings him to 20. Brings him to 19, rather. So how much mana do we actually have? So this is 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we pump 3 times for 6, and then... Oh, it's not. It's 2 times. Right? It's 2 to pump. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 pumps brings us to 8, 16. Oh, 7. It's another one there, though. So it's actually 18. He goes to 1. I mean, I always block. The question is, do I give him the life or not? If I draw a land, he's dead, right? Okay. That's a +1. Isn't enough? So how much is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4. Yeah, this is enough. So this pumps him again. So it goes 7, 8, pump twice, 10. 10 twice is 20 damage. So we hit him for 20 with Lathliss in the air. And we open by Ranger's Guiling this guy. I don't know what 1 white mana card is, but... Okay. He has no flying blockers, right? And he can't give this thing reach because he doesn't have green mana. Okay. Healing Salve. It could be Healing Salve. Alright. I like that our dragon just did 20 damage on a turn. That's cute. I don't think I've ever done 20 damage on a single unit on a single turn like that. Okay. But it's amusing. The Fury card was useful there? I don't think so. We ended the game sooner with the Fury card. There's no denying that. Alright, I gotta take a look. Did we end up putting dragon in or no? We did not end up putting dragon in. So we're not playing Spark Tongue. So we have Destructive Digger versus Spark Tongue is our last one, I guess, if we're not playing the Tyrannosaur. Lathliss wins that game on her own? Maybe. Probably. As I said, it was a white-green player in bronze playing poorly. Or not poorly, but just playing things that suggest new player. So, I mean, that's probably a good Magic experience to have, honestly. Right? Like, he died to a creature. No, like, endless recursion. He just died to a giant green flyer. He's probably like, that's pretty cool. I can do that. Or giant red flyer, rather. Mulls 2. We're going first. I mean, it's a non-game. Did he mull 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he mulled 1. Okay. Nice draw. Okay, it ramps us to 4 next turn. That's how I would have responded if I got beat by the 2020 dragon. I probably wouldn't have been super excited. No, that's true. 2 mana open. It's all sorts of things you can play. If he wants to essence scatter my raptor, I think I can live with that. And the other play is digger, leave this open. With white-blue, it's more likely a counter than it is a removal. So I don't care to have Ranger's Guile up this turn. It's not going to matter. I'd rather set... I think I'd rather use my mana here. The Raptor's slightly more valuable than the Digger, but not by too much. Anticipate is not a counter spell, so that's fine. Alright. Playing Esper with no dual lands, just basics. And worse, hitting it. That's nice. This Leafkin Druid was such a nice draw. I can't leave green up, unfortunately. No interaction allowed with Vinemare. Alright, one more creature, we can get 2 green out of that. I don't know if it matters, but I gotta remember that. Okay, another swamp. He's playing a blue creature. That's an early blue drop with this mana base. Let's hope he's blue-black base and Drew is like 1 Plains. Anticipate's a real medium card. Octoprophet's a real medium card. I'd say this is a medium-low card. Not very impressed with the deck so far. I can remove the 3/3 with fire and keep going. Got no other plays particularly. If he gang blocks, if he doesn't gang block, I can just pump the Vinemare. I think I'd rather keep attacking. So what do we have for mana? This is 3, 4, 5, and either we have 6 or 7 depending on how we play it. This is just Digger, attack with these 2, Dragon fire away the 3/3, right? He's never going to gang block. It's a 5/3. He just always offers the 3/3. Because he just kills it for 1. Why would he ever gang block? Okay. Here we don't have dragon up. This could have been our dragon or our short sword. Short sword here would be fine. Make the raptor more of a threat. Dragon here would be fine. 1/1 death toucher that can't block Vinemare. Skeleton archer. Kills our raptor. That sucks. Okay. So he still has no blocks for, I could have protected it, I guess, but I actually didn't see that, but I don't actually care either. I don't know if I would have or wouldn't have. I might have. Could I also have sacked it? No, it's 2, right? Okay. Did I have 3 mana up or just 2? Just 2, right? Tell me it was just 2. Please tell me it was just 2. But no, I didn't guile it. Maybe I should have at 11. Because he would be taking 6. Probably actually better too. I honestly missed it. Okay. Yeah, he was summoning sick. Okay, so that was at least good then. I think I should have probably saved the raptor. I think I probably should have saved the raptor. Okay. Another black creature can't block Vinemare. Gale Swooper can block Vinemare. Is this sacrifice creature or just land? Just land. I think I actually do that here, by the way. Nice. So would we rather have a 3/3 dragon here? Probably. So I'm going to attack with Vinemare. He shouldn't gang block because currently it's bad for him to do that. So we should get away with Ranger's Guile here. I think I want to keep drawing off the Digger. So I think this is just Vinemare. Is there any... I guess if we were going to beforehand, I think I want to draw on his end step, not my main. I'm only going to have 2 mana to play with. There are a fair number of 2 mana cards in our deck. Does it change the attacks? I have a 4-2 to trade with a 3-3. I think I prefer this, though. Okay. Mods, can you make Cardboard Live a regular, please? Alright, so he's out of cards in his hand. Thanks, Sliver. All right, second draw off of Digger. Another land. Okay. All right, no other attack makes sense except the Vine Mare. He's not forced to chump, but he's highly incentivized to chump. Okay. Yeah, you have to unban him directly, Flipper, now, because of that. All right, another attacker out on the board is fine. Can draw again off Digger in a moment. I don't think there's a point in rushing it. Eating my lands for 3 mana is not the most exciting thing, but it is actually helping a lot with this flood. Although our opponent's deck is very bad. Can he have created a... Probably. Is it gain 2? Just lose 2. A 1/1 Death Touch with lifelink. No blocks. Okay. He's at 7. Doesn't have particularly good blocks. I think I'm going to draw once more. That's a card. He can't block the Vine Mare, and he can't interact with the Vine Mare. So unless he has a flash creature, he's dead here, right? Okay. Might as well attack all. I don't think so. I don't think attack all changes anything, right? He has 3 blockers and 3 attackers. Why don't I just kill him? Hello, Zovik. We can safely say Fury's a good card. No. If we had drawn it that turn, if like any card there was like as good as that, he's at 7 health, right, or 6 health or something. Like Shock was the equivalent to Fury there. It's funny, we're playing we just played a bronze into a silver player, and their decks were kind of the same, like kind of what you'd expect from that. I don't know. All right, it does feel a little bad for our opponent because he had plenty of decent creatures there, but Vine Mare is just randomly protection from black or is it even protection or is it unblockable by black? I don't remember. I think it's actually unblockable by black creatures or something dumb, right? All right. Opponent goes first. This hand is rough. We don't have playables till 4. We're only on 2 mana. So if we get green, we have Vine Mare on 4. If we hit any lands, we have Raptor. Hunter's Edge does nothing for us. Guile is dead. Chaos Wand is maybe our salvation. I think that's a mulligan. What are we getting rid of? Goes to your bottom of the deck. We either put our bomb on the bottom, which is painful, lose really premium removal, or lose a 2-drop, or lose Chaos Wand. This card really helps if you're behind. Like, not behind on the board, but behind in card advantage. This card is really good for us. Is it Lathless? We're so far away from 6 lands right now. fucking hard, man. All right, so here we wait. Return 1 card. Okay. I guess we put Chaos Wand down. Feels really bad because we're now down a card with no real way to regenerate card advantage. Okay. Laughless has got to go. I mean, there's certainly an argument for discarding Laughless right now. We're super far away. The fact that it goes to the bottom of our deck is pretty rough. All right, we have no elementals, but he doesn't know that. So I guess I run out the less valuable creature. What is white-green holding up priority here? Combat trick, I guess. Or that. So he's one land off of Inspiring Charge, dude. This is an opening. That's a 1/2/3 going wide with a draw effect on it. That's pretty brutal. Is a 4/2 better than a 2/2 here? Doesn't really look like it. Okay. What would be great here? Top deck into fucking the card that generates counters on dogs and cats. That's an easy block. He just gave up his mana dork and played another mana dork. So we just lost our elemental. So that's the only... Alright. If I knew I was drawing this, would I have kept the cat? I don't think so. I mean, it was just a... It's not the 1 mana off that matters either, unfortunately. It's the combat strength when it attacks. So what do you think? What is he gonna pull land-wise? Okay, it's just a dual land. That doesn't make any difference. I was reading this because it's not basic land. It's any land. So he could have had some really cool fucking land card in there, maybe. He does thin his deck, which isn't terrible, but it doesn't seem massively impactful right now. So what does this attack as? This attacks as a 3/4, and this attacks as a 2/2 threatening 4/2. Will I trade off Mastiff for double 1/1s? I'd rather not. What am I doing with Scorpion? I think I just run out Ogre, pass. So if I had Wand in this hand, I'd play Wand out this turn. Two mana off Laughless. It is Sag Scorpion. That's accurate. So, Pack Mastiff is better for a single card in our deck, the land. Otherwise, Ogre is better, up for 2 pumps, right? We need more than 6 mana. Okay, that's fine. I mean, this isn't a bad card to draw, but I mean, he's out of gas, but he's thinning his deck. I don't know. I need to draw lands. I can't attack with this Death Toucher down particularly. Not value-wise anyways. It trades off my Brawler straight off for the Scorpion. I mean, what is he looking for? Inspiring Charge? He looks like a wide deck with this garbage. Like, just a shit ton of, like, small creatures. Oh, I forgot this pumps. Yeah, yeah. I actually forgot it grew. It's just a 4/4 though, right? No attacks. Okay. Never gets bigger than 4, right? I thought he was just doing that to thin his deck. I forgot that he could actually put his own cards in there. I mean, it is solid. He's paid 8 mana into this thing and removed 4 lands from his deck. Maybe he has something with like land synergies. What is there anything else in this format with land synergies in the graveyard? Can he play that card that lets him play lands from his graveyard for infinite value over like 20 or 30 turns or so? It's an exciting game. Opponent playing Selesnya do nothing and me playing land screw mulligan Gruul. Yeah, it's exciting. Is this removal? I'm terrified he draws Inspiring Charge. Wolfkin Bond on the Elemental. Okay, we now know if he does have his wide effect, it's off the top. I'll play 6/6 Flying Dragon. Your turn. Top deck Plummet, probably. Still no particularly valuable attacks for me. No reason to pressure here either. Presumably he gets to look through his deck when he plays Reclaimer, so he can literally check for that. Somewhere a cardboard live lets me do that too. All right, what do you think? He's top decked the instant mana white removal card for tapped creatures. I mean, we're always attacking here, so. I'm investing 6 mana in it too. Gives him priority, but that guy gives him priority every time, so. Okay. Turns out fire breathing, even 2 mana fire breathing is pretty decent. Who knew? He's gonna draw Ugin. Yep. We've been beat by Ugin today. 1/1 flying Death Toucher. It's bold. It's a plan. Holds back the dragon. Pacifism. Getting them both. Okay. It's unfortunate. That's interesting. I will have to go through on the ground now. Am I okay trading 2/3 Spider for this? I have to fucking get rid of this card. I can't attack with it on the ground. I think I'm okay trading 2/3 Spider with that. I mean, presumably he's playing Rabid Bites in this deck or the other fight spell. That's a big removal spell. It's for him. I'm going to have to attack on ground and give him shit blocks somewhere. Seems reasonable. All right, Digger's not a bad draw here. Although, in this scenario, we'd really rather have Spark Tongue Dragon, it turns out. I would just slam a fucking 3/3 flyer that generates a 5/5 flyer and win. Is there room to attack? So this is 2, so this becomes up to a 5/2. Probably chumps it with Wolf. 3/5 really gives me no value, and a 3/4 attacker is really no value. It's very difficult for me to attack through the ground with this shitty token stuff out here. I could attack with Wolf. I think I'd rather start drawing, honestly. Okay. I have not played any Kaldheim. I mean, he is slowly grinding us out, chat. He's down to 15 cards in deck, which is 9 more draws than us. And he has probably very few lands left at this stage, since he's been pulling them out. Now, I have no idea how many he plays in a deck like this. He's got 7 lands in graveyard and like 20 lands in play. Guy's flooding like a monster over there. Poor guy. All right. Brute do anything? I don't think so. Do we draw first? Probably. He'll die to his empty deck. Not wrong. Thanks, Cowrick. Huh. We'll play out our other attacker this turn. We have double removal up if we want to try forcing damage through soon. We might consider, I mean, he will deck himself, but presumably he's playing something in white-green. Kind of Johnny or I mean, this deck feels like garbage, right? So what's the bomb that forced him into colors that weren't open? We haven't seen it yet. What was his first pick, chat? What was his pack 1, pick 1? It's annoying. Is it relevant? 5/5. Which is normally a 4/4. I have no mana open, which is super, super trolly. What are the green combat tricks? Titanic Growth brings it to 9. Do we want to get 2 for 1 off of Titanic Growth? I could just take 5, but the things that scare me about his deck are actually wide pump spells. So I actually don't want to take a bunch of damage. Is the 4/4 different than the 5/5 in some way? He might just be trying to get the spider off the board. I think I just block spider. I could just take fucking 5. But I am wanting to attack. I'm going to remove his creatures. I mean, he clearly doesn't have Inspiring Charge now, but what is this? This is whatever he's drawn, and I don't know what it is. That was what he played last turn. Would he have attacked with a pump spell last time? I think he might have. Okay. So we read it right. He's just trying to clear the air for his angel, which is fine by me. I'm going to remove his angel right here. Although now I think I was planning to do it with Spider. So this gives +1/+1, then does power to it. I can safely do it off Laughless and just nuke it out. That means no removal interacts, but white and green doesn't really have a lot of instant speed removal for non-tap creatures anyways, so it might not be relevant. I do want that counter, I guess, on the Brawler. Brawler being to 3/5 would be okay. I ate my land. Could just play out Vine Mare, but I do want the Angel dead. And I actually don't give a fuck about that counter. I want it dead. Like, I don't want to pump spell, but he would have definitely pump spelled, right? Questionable. Okay. All right. Greedy plays. Can't draw this turn. What am I looking for? The dragon? All right, so how much power does he have on the board? 6. He can barely block the Brawler, and he requires the Druid to do it. Druid's at 5 HP. Soulseer is instant 5 damage removal. So we can start pushing damage in a second here. That looks like wide attack. All right, so we're going to play around +2/+1 as a spell here. I have no mana, unfortunately, to interact, so pump spells are pump spells. We'll trade 3/2 for 3/2. Block 4/5 with 3/5. Trade Mastiff for single 1/1. I got more gas in hand. Take 4 if he casts it. I guess if he has no spells, we want to incentivize enough. We actually block this way then. Incentivize the thing. Okay. Okay, I don't know what that attack was then. Guess we'll find out post-combat. Alright, I don't know what his deck was or what it was trying to accomplish or what it was doing. Certainly it stalled us in the ground super hard by... Wait, why are we gold? Aren't we the one... Is gold 4th tier? I thought gold was 3rd tier. I don't know. I was expecting the Inspired Charge, Dehydrogenase. That's what I was expecting. Wait, did the season end? Like earlier? Maybe that's why everyone... Where the fuck... Where do I see this chat? Where's the stuff? Oh, it was a new season. Season ended. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Right before this draft. That's why all of our opponents are so low level. Okay, I thought we were just like ranking down or playing all the other people. I think I clicked through those pop-ups, but I just don't remember. Okay. All right. see what we get. I mean, we're going second as per always, but we have a 2-drop into a 3-drop with 3 lands. Can't be too upset. Okay. Combat is weird. This format is weird. I agree this format is weird. Alright. So we can get blown the fuck up here by all sorts of things. We're always blocking this though. I don't care. Combat, trick it up. It's fine, buddy. Alright, what do we want to trade with this? I guess I'm okay just throwing away the 4-2 compared to the 3-3. Also okay not blocking Swiftclaw to swing back with Ogre. I don't really want to race though. Like I watch Ben sometimes, Ben Stark, and he's always looking at the trade value. Like that's a 2 mana for a 3 mana, but I really don't care about that creature. Mana efficiency here. It does challenge the board unless another combat trick. Dropping a 3-3 just to block, it's less mana efficient. It's the same problem, right? If I'm blocking, I'm trading. This pretends to not trade. If he doesn't attack here, it means something. I don't care if he runs it over with a combat trick. I would care if he removed this cheaply, like a shock into like a second drop would be kind of bad, which Corsair would play around. Like that would be the way to punish this play. So maybe I should be, I don't know, like there's certainly tons of room for me to improve as a player. Sometimes there's an argument for racing. Yeah. Do I consider myself good? I'm alright. Have I ever pushed ranked standard? I've played a fair amount of ranked standard. I played ranked standard a little bit when I was streaming MTG every day, but I'm certainly not playing. I'm not doing that now. Is this something I have to remove? What's this 5? 5 is no double spells. I've got a Soul Seer for something big. I could Hunter's Edge that away and be okay. Making our Spider a 3-4 is actually kind of annoying for them too. Maybe not that annoying though. I could just take one, play out another dude like a Corsair and making this a 4-4. Ford is just not very relevant on this board though, is it? We are eventually going to run into the issue with the Ogres. Maybe I use the Raptor. Raptor having 3 power plays around Inspired Charge later for this Ogre board. There's some argument for removing the Corsair as it's better, but I currently have 2 creatures that can block reach with removal, so I'm not super scared about this at the moment. And I am aware of the fact that he's just out of cards now. This card takes a board state that's stalled and slowly wears me down. I'm at 20, so I'm not in a huge rush for that either. But still. I don't know how I'm ever going to fucking attack him. Maybe I can start swinging with the Corsair. The first strike did a really good thing for us, right? Holding him off here. Okay. So this could be easy Inspired Charge. So let's play around that. Let's block one of these here and one of these here. And not block that at all. I guess this kills that. Am I okay trading this? No, I'm not. I'll take 3. It's annoying they kill each other. Maybe it should have been here. Blocked here to Fear Strike that. Okay, so he drew his own Sure Strike. That's fine. They kill each other right now, right? I could Corsair to kill his 4-2. I think I'm going to end up having to Spider that next turn. That's fine. Okay. He's still 2-for-1s himself there. I've still got a Spider on board. Alright, we're going to run out Digger. I'm going to eat his Gale Sweeper if he attacks. He's going to draw a 4/5 menace that pumps a creature. It's kind of annoying. Actually, kind of nice incentive to get that Corsair to attack. Alright, we can swing back here now. Too many lands. Men's at 7. So I can't sack. Oh, I can Soul Seer and sack lands. That's probably good enough, actually. I don't feel a reason to race from here. Card advantage seems better to me. Like his next big creature that he draws off the top is going to kill me without some answer here. So I think I'm sacking lands to draw. Okay. Is first strike only on attack? No, first strike's always. Okay. There are cards that give first strike only on attacks, or some cards that have that, like first strike on your turn kind of stuff. But was the bird not a first striker? It was a first striker, but our opponent played a combat trick that gave his creature first strike, so they both have first strike, so that they attack at the same time. It's just a combat phase that happens before regular combat. It's not like if you have first strike, you're the only one who can have that. This card is a little bit clunky with the 7 mana card, huh? That's interesting. I don't even think I attack. I think I wait 2 turns to grow this, right? Is this being overly defensive with this? One of these is a land. One of them is probably an interaction spell. I don't have pressure. If I kill this Swooper, I'm still getting in, but the first big creature kills me. I don't think I want to give up Digger with this many cards. I think this is just a pass again. I know it feels really passive here, and maybe it is too passive, but I'm pretty sure I outdraw him with 2-to-1 draws and a card that matters. Yeah. Oh, it's a target. I thought it was all. Oh, that's less good than I thought it was. It's still good, but it's less good than I thought it was. All right, we have an epic flood going on. There's 3 in our graveyard, 5 in play, and another 3 in hand. It's Dragonfire, the 3/2. Let's get in with the Ember Cat. Fine with damage there. Okay, another Sure Strike, sure thing. Okay, we don't need to waste our counter. It doesn't do anything. He dies anyways. All right, opponent. Go ahead and draw some lands. Done. Start attacking with the Spider. Actually, that was our bad attack. Should attack with Spider too. It turns out it plays out nicely for us. Is that his 3rd Sure Strike, by the way? Yeah, it's his 3rd Sure Strike. It's too many. All right, do we want to leave enough? I mean, I currently have enough to draw Lathliss, and I'm not enough to play my other card, but anything else gets me there. I think I'm drawing once more. It's an interesting draw. 1 mana off activating it this turn. Push for 2 damage. Or take 1. I guess if I'm looking at it that way, it's actually swing with the Digger. Okay. Alright, I wish we could activate this. I don't want to attack with both. I don't want to trade damage. If he just ignores this from 20 and trades damage, like this is the type of deck. He's playing like 25 fucking Sure Strikes in a deck with 4/2 garbage creatures and like flying to lift it. This deck wants to kill my face. And I'm pretty sure if I card advantage out with Digger while drawing my value cards and playing cards like this and not taking damage, I'm pretty sure I kill him. I don't want to lose to like Lava Axe, like stupid haste creature or something like this, right? Like the game plan of my deck beats the game plan of his deck long term if I don't rush it. So there's some argument for rushing it in the sense that like we do more damage faster, but it's not very exciting. All right, let's dig through his deck, see what we get. Oops, not those though. Oh, it's one more, hold on. I'll take his Dragonfire, remove his dude. All right. Cool. We could have played that way more aggressively. Absolutely. Was it right to play it more aggressively? I don't know. I don't think so. We flooded like nonstop. If we didn't have, I mean, actually the Digger ended up being incredible there as opposed to that 3/3 flyer, right? I mean, what did we sack? 5 lands or something? It's pretty wild. Thanks, Not Rook. I'm doing well, man. How's your dissertation coming along? You killing it? Crushing it? Haha. I went with the optimistic one first. Are you procrastinating, desperately wanting to make progress on it, but unwilling to sit down and grind it out? Because that's how the dissertation experience felt. It's brutal, man. It's brutal. Not looking at the different, yeah. Third flood prevented by Digger. I mean, it helps. This deck is prone to flooding. All right, we go first. We have plenty of lands. We have a 3-drop and a 4-drop. This is a keep. It'd be nice to have a 2 in here, but we're never gonna mulligan this hand. Okay. I think we're at 4 wins. I think we have one more to go 5, right? I'm not sure. Maybe we're at 5. Okay, it's the first time we've drawn it, and we're not very excited to see a 7-drop right about now. Probably we should remove this card and play Spark Tongue. I'm not sure we're ever going to get to 7 mana with Digger. Alright, I run some awkward decisions here. I can get rid of Digger, which is okay. By blocking 2/2, get blown out by any trick, of course. I can Dragonfire this, but there's no reason to. I can wait and kill whatever else comes out, or I can develop Chaos 1. I'm going to develop Chaos 1. Wow, dude, that... Yeah, I think I am. I want to start looking through his deck now. It's not a 3/2 beater. There's a chance I look through his deck, there's like nothing in there, and in which case I want to Digger the Wand. I don't know, maybe too greedy. It's 4 to activate, so it's a next turn activate. I can also just run out Brawler next turn. In which case I probably should have played Digger if I'm going to do that, because then at least I have the creature, I don't have to block. But it's slower to develop Wand. Slower to get Wand going, rather. Dude, you're just gonna Rex Sage it? It just... Okay. Ogre. Alright. So... I hate to do it. I'd rather just activate Wand. But if Wand doesn't hit a removal spell, if it hits like a pump spell or combat trick or like a draw card, I don't want to take 6. So this prevents the Sentinel from attacking. Offers to trade with the Ogre. I wish I'd keep up mana. But we can't yet. Next turn we can double spell if we want. Just getting removed. It's unpleasant. Going to 12. Getting a bit low. I really need a land here. I need to be able to double spell. Nice. So he's got something. I'm blocking the 4/2 and keeping up Dragonfire on his turn. If he removes this end step, I'm going to respond by removing. Of course, 1 mana removal feels bad. Okay. But I'm running out of value here. Really rapidly. Their ability to block this damage. Yeah. Yes, just end turn, just end turn, end turn. No, don't cast another 4-2 shitter. Oh my god, chat. Good draw for us. Blown out by any trick, blown out by any removal. I can't take 6 right now. It's going to be lethal for us. But he's had 2 very cheap removal spells. This card is dead. This card is dead. That card is dead. Feels bad. Alright, does green have anything that's relevant? Combat tricks. I should do this now in case I get some of his combat tricks, right? Yeah. Okay, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield, put the rest on the bottom. When a creature is put in the battlefield this way, it deals its damage to target creature opponent controls. Okay, we'll take this one. And we'll kill that one. Feels not bad. Okay. That was a good one to take out of his deck, I guess. And block Wolf every time here at 8. Come on, land. I want land here. Four 2 on the board is terrifying. Drew another card. I can't draw combat trick here. Combat trick, 2 dead cards in hand is insane. Ah, I'll take it. Okay. Top deck Oracle. Ouch. Tap land? Is there another card in our deck we can't play? Alright, that happens all the fucking time in draft, by the way. Okay, so we just bricked on his deck. So now we take 4, go to 4. I need him to slow down, not draw anything that wins him the game here. Him playing out a 4 toughness creature for the past 6 turns or something has been a little bit much. I'm sure he's holding Plummet. Seems likely here. I did ask for land and got land. Alright, this needs to stay on the board, alive, and blocking for 1 full round. That's what needs to happen here. They don't get shuffled back in, they get exiled. Or I could hit them again. You can see them here. His deck doesn't get exiled, but his deck gets shuffled, but all the sorceries and instants get removed. The ones that we play. Wrong dragon? I don't think so. I get an extra 5/5 next turn by playing it in this order. So I'm pretty sure it's right dragon. Dude, he's got second Vivian's that was in his hand. Target creature. So I'm going to lose my dragon to a 4-2 hitting a fuck. Come on, man. Draws another card, too. Oh, my God. Okay. No choice but to block. He doesn't have any instants or sorcerers left in his deck. So I think we play out this guy. And we double spell future turns. His deck is good. He's got a lot of threat there. A lot of fucking 4 power creatures in this deck. And we've been back foot here super long time. Lost our digger too, so the Chaos Wand is dead body. I think that's an overly aggressive attack. I know he wants to grow this, but doesn't he want to wait and just go by me rather than through me? I guess if he has another combat trick, it's a problem. Oh, he also has a fight spell? Jesus Christ, dude. I swear his hand was empty and we looked through his entire deck for any instant or sorcery. Am I imagining that? I distinctively recall doing that. That's fucking crazy. All right, what's our mana right now? 7? Is there any way he could have more instant or removal? Like, he can't. There's no more in his deck. We've looked through his deck. Okay. We drew that. That's fine. We were actually okay with Embercat anyways. I was just trying to think if there was a better reason. With no more instant speed removal, we should be able to sure strike the cat just as easily as the mare. Don't like that attack. All right. Why would he fake when you look through his deck? Fake what? It's not a matter of faking. It's a matter of he had the cards in his hand. Dreadmaw. Oh my god. I'm at 4. I think I want to attack him with Courser, right? How much mana do I have? 7, so I'm 1 off double spelling here. Is this good enough? We know he doesn't have combat tricks left. I can always gang block it. It might be good enough. If he blocks Vine Mare, we blow it up. Can I swing with Vine Mare? I think I can. If I swing with Vine Mare, I might as well swing with Courser. We're going to gang block this, right? Two for one's me on Courser. I guess. I wonder if it's good enough to 2 for 1 myself on Courser or not. Alright, so we lethal next turn if we don't die. We can't hold Fury up and play this, but we have gang blocks for this. 0 trample goes through. He can't have a combat trick. He can have like an enchantment, like Wolfkin Bond or something, where the Dreadmaw gets bigger. I guess he could have had the flash enchantment. That would have been pretty fucking bad. +2/+2 as a flash permanently. He still dies if he does that though. He can't interact with Vine Mare and he didn't play any blockers. All right, good game. All right. Kind of sketchy when he kept playing out fucking 4/4s or 4/2s. Got nice wand value for sure. He must be tilting. You think that's a tilt game from his perspective? I don't know. Maybe. Tight game. Drawing the only tap land in our deck there where any creature spell and any untapped land was good for us was so brutal. And what did we draw? We drew like Sure Strike, Uncaged Fury, and the tap land in a row with a 6-drop and a 7-drop in our hand. That was crazy. All right, that's 5 wins though. So let's go choose that. Okay. All right, you guys think we're gonna go 7 with this deck? Okay. See you, Hedge and later, man. All right. All right, well, I'll let you guys know you got a minute. You got a minute. You can slow roll the beginning, check out if I'm getting land screwed or not, and then make your decisions. We're currently 5-0. All right, no green mana. We have a 3-drop and a 2-drop in red. We're going first. We'll hold on to this. We also have this pumps our cat, which is interesting. Into another cat. I thought this was... See, I didn't realize it was target. Every time I played against this, they've only had 1 on the board, and I just assumed it wasn't target. I paid off points. We paid off the prediction. All right, so here it's what? Just slam ogre, attack with Embercat. Yeah. Missing green mana right now. I guess I could have played Sanctuary first in case he had the 2/1 flasher, and then I could have put tokens on it. So maybe a mistake there to not play the land first. Dude, he wanted to save his 1/1 white tokens instead of the Embercat? That's weird. Okay, that's a pretty shit draw. Convolute. Sure. That's a card you can kind of play, I guess. I don't know if that's playable. But it did in fact happen, so he is in fact playing it. 4/3. Better not be play only as a sorcery, it's not. Okay. I am going to have to start swinging in a moment. I guess the second cat swings as efficiently as the digger. Still gives him no target to block. Okay. Quick explain of how the game works. These are resources. These are your cards. These are creatures. That's your life total. The goal is to reduce the enemy's life total to 0. Questionable attack with the ogre. The ogre gets blocked by the 1/1s every time. I'm not sure it's better than just attacking with the 2/2. It clears the board a little bit, but I don't necessarily want to accelerate this. I like him holding back because I have to get to green mana or I lose. Why 1 cat? Because he can gang block 1 and block the other. Maybe that would have been good enough. Looks like he's got a trick, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, dude, that's so brutal. Not that I lost the turn. I already was going to lose the turn, but I have to draw the fucking card again. That's the brutal part of that. So I really don't want to draw that card. To a bone to ash, sure, buddy. Okay. I think green's our most common, right? Or is it? I think it's either. We have the 1 colorless land and the 1 dual land. All right, we have no free roll attacks anymore. Since 3/3 no longer pushes his board. Cards that don't attack each other go straight for the health bar, yes, and the defending player decides whether or not things get blocked or not. I know in Hearthstone the attacker chooses what you're attacking, but as the attacker in this game, you just declare attacks. The defender chooses what goes face and what gets blocked by his creatures. You just double spell after like, I mean this. All right, sure. All right, so that can fly if he gets an artifact. We currently have a 4/2 attacker, but he's got 2 1/1s that are easy blocks for this. He chose not to attack this round because he wants blocks. This might just be run out Spider. Look up for holding up Guile in the future turns. I don't think I can get in for any damage here. You lose life if you have no cards to draw. It's Hearthstone. Magic, you just lose. All right, opponent. It's very exciting that you also found an artifact, and the artifact's a growing dude. It gets bigger, and you bounce my flyer, and you draw more cards with your last card. That's very exciting. I need you to stop having answers to everything I do while simultaneously me getting land screwed, okay? It's got to be one or the other. And even then, let's just not have you have all the answers to all the things I can do. I mean, maybe we get there. Like, he's out of cards. He just drew a card that draws a card that pumps his creature. Hilarious. into another card, this time that pumps this creature and bounces my spider with absolute perfect mana, and to draw another card off of this. Oh, he just lost from that. There's no way to come back from that. Like, that was off the top too, chat. That was a sequence of cards off the top with this. It's not a sick draft. It's a fine draft. His draft is fine, but he doesn't get to do that if I get to interact with that experience, you know? Like, all right. Salty as fuck about that one. That's a land screw, though. That's what a land screw does. You look at this board and you're like, man, his deck's really good. Then you go, oh, right. I spent like 6 turns doing essentially nothing. You know? Cloudkin off the top to draw into a land and his other dude off. It's just so fucking frustrating. Go. All right, opponent goes first. We're going second. We have 2 2-drops and a 3-drop. We have both mana sources, but not more than 2. This is a fine keep. A mana dork is quite good here. Okay. Maybe I actually should have thought about that. Gives us up 1 mana. Is there a way in which we wanted to play Embercat first? Okay. That's why people hate blue. It has nothing to do with blue. Okay. Alright, 3rd mana, we're up to 4. Can we double spell? No, we don't have 2 red sources. Cat just got a bit more valuable. Destructive Digger as a 2/3 that we can make, 3/2 that we can make into a 4/3, I guess is the most mana efficient play here. Okay. Highland Game. I mean, that card's okay. That card's decent but not good, and that card's garbage. It's an annoying attack. Okay. I have to trade off here. I can't spend the turn just taking 2 and not doing anything here. Still only 1 red source. I can play out the cat. It's okay. I could nuke the dog. So, yeah, okay. So we play cat here. We threaten to block the hound. We ignore the Highland Gains attack unless it's just a 2/1. If it's just a 2/1, we block with Leafkin. That's interesting. We could pump Leafkin to make it a 1/4 and just trade cat for the hound. I think we do that. I hate that I lose my target to grow, but presumably I'm going to be spending mana on something else, like my spider. Okay. I'm not sure if it was worth a combat trick to maintain 3 life and get rid of that. Does this exile? No. That exiles. Think he ever blocks my 3/5? That's a little frustrating. I can't deny him the card here. This card has been dead a lot. I'm not sure this card's worth playing. So this pumps oxes, cats, birds, dogs, goats, and snakes. I can Hellfire, Scorching Dragonfire, and Spider, but Spider just dies. If I attack, I get counterattacked. I think this is remove this before he can pump it and then swing. It's instant. I forgot it was instant. I forgot it was a 5 mana. I always think this card is like the 5 mana one. I still need to do it now though, right? 6 mana actually. I do have 6 mana. I could 2 for 1 to deny it, but it's the same as just letting him draw. Feels a little bad. Okay. I need him to not have a bunch of fucking 6, like, I don't need like Colossal Dreadmaw, that kind of shit here. Yeah, that's the type of shit I really don't want to see right now. Dude, another land screw for us, huh? I mean, this is just gruel on curve, right? Hit all your 2 drops early, hit all your 7 drops later. Can I do anything about this? Besides take 7, I can chump it with the Leafkin. I can, what does this do? It's a 4/6. I guess I 2 for 1 here. So I get blown the fuck up by a combat trick here. I don't have to make that decision now. Has he had a place where he might have played a combat trick prior to this? I guess it currently acts like it trades. All right, we need to full control here. Sure. Okay, so now what happens is they each hit each other and my creature dies. Does this trample yet? Doesn't trample. Is that fine? I mean, we're planning to do this on the first strike, after the first strike damage anyway. We're getting 2 for 2'd here. 3 for 2'd actually, so we do lose a card here. But I can't allow this to keep hitting me, right? Alright. Not super exciting, but always going to be a scenario there. Alright. I guess we'll just draw land here. Not good. Opponent has 3 cards left in hand somehow. Dude, into another huge creature. This is not... You don't get to play Gruul like this. The only way you play Gruul like this is if you always hit your curve, right? Because you have no fixing, no fucking cards. It's just... He's getting that game where it's all fucking gas. Need a big blocker. I've drawn land 3 turns running. Okay. Rip game. Rip game. Can't take 8 here. Can't block this thing, so I have to block that thing. Tilter? It's okay. This is opponent curving out without us curving out. Yeah, MTG at its finest is right. This is why I don't play this game for my only game. And he had a fucking plummet. Fuck that guy. 4th land in a row. Good game. Okay. We're having a game, kind of. I started with not enough lands. Screwed out to begin with. Didn't get to play resources. Then drew all lands at the end. Opponent, no draw cards. Pure gas. Perfect curve. Tricks galore. Amazing. Like, you just play that and you're just like, you want to beat your head into a wall after that. Fucking tilting is all hell. All right. 5 and 2. Did we have some big creatures? Yeah, we had our whole top end. We didn't draw any of our top end. We drew Spider. So we had Gorilla, Lathless, other dragon, the 6/6 dragon there. We had Chaos Wand, which is a big mana sink to take his removal from his deck and burn his creatures out with it. We had all of our 4/2s to challenge those boards. Like, it's just like, anyways. All right, going first. No green mana source. This is a tilt keep. Because maybe a mulligan is worth it. Because Leafkin Druid is pretty much always dead if I don't play this after turn. If I play this after turn 2. You wouldn't have kept this. I've got removal and a turn of play on 4, and going first and mulliganing sucks. Did I just blow this out? No. Let's get it now. If we draw green mana, we're in okay shape. We're certainly at a lower percentage play than, you know, just having green mana in our hand, but we can't guarantee that we just have green mana in our hand, right? Alright, that's a mana dork for our brawler, even if we don't hit land. If we do hit land, then we can figure out what we're doing with this in a second. This card is pumpable by the Sanctuary. It's a good draw, sure. Green mana just would have been a better draw. We will get green mana sooner or later. Yeah, it's not a bad draw, for sure. Opponent's playing Boros, possibly. We did go first, which is nice. Okay. Yeah, oh, 100% disheveled human. The game is great. Drafting is so unique. Like, I don't have any other, I mean, there's other games that have arena systems, but like this was definitely the first to do it. It's such a unique experience building, like drafting the deck, then building the deck. And by and large, there's a ton of really interesting interactions in Magic. It's a really, I'm ambivalent to this game. Strong hate, strong love for this game, right? Makes it a 4-3, can't block it. Okay. It's only when I attack, right? It's not blocking, okay. I need green mana. Didn't get there. It's a dog, it is pumpable. I can also pump the cat. This mana can't be used for anything. He's going to attack with this no second creature though. Can't use the cat to cast. I can attack with this if I want, but I'm not racing him with no green mana and my entire hand green. Versus Boros when we're 4 life behind, right? Okay. Is 3/3 better than Pack Mastiff on this board? Like just making this guy have 3 power? I can't. Oh, he can't. I have to make this guy have 3 power. It's probably still fucking better. All right. As annoying as that is. Letting him untap makes it a little bit harder, but if he spends his turn combat tricking this, it's probably okay. I certainly need him to not develop more right now. I need time to draw green mana. By the way, 3rd game in a row, mana screwed, right? Will it be enough to kill us? We'll see. Okay, we get blown out by the 1 mana red combat trick. And it gives +2, so even if we pump, we only get to 5 power and he goes to 6. This is a gang block, feels kind of bad. Oh, Shock's not good enough, bro. Get fucked. Okay. All right, opponent just randomly 2-for-1'd himself. I appreciate it. Feels good. On board combat trick. So this becomes a 4-3 if he wants it, and that's a 2-2. Those don't challenge our board. I think we can play out Mastiff this turn. Okay. Need to shock on pump. If I pumped, I could have post-combat pumped and been fine. I didn't need the 2 damage to kill it, but the gang block was where I wanted to be. All right, I need green mana. If we don't get green mana, we just lose this game, right? I mean, our opponent is playing with resources, and I'm not playing with resources. He had Infuriate. He chose Shock. He had the card that would have blown us out there. Wow. Wow, opponent. Fucking paid actor. I feel like removing the 3/3 is pretty good, the 4/3. So we what? Pump our dog, make it a 3/3. It shoots that guy. They don't fight, right? No. Okay. Joe, go watch the VOD, like maybe like 30 seconds ago, like the previous turn's attack, and you'll see what the paid actor's about. Okay, flyer, sure. Wants to trade off. I'm fine with that. Do we care which one? The cat gives us elemental mana. This is technically an elemental, so we could have... We only have 1 green source. This gets a 2nd green source, but I don't think I can take a turn off casting Spider. We're going to get 2nd green source eventually anyways. I think I value pump over cat. It's not an elemental, right? No. Okay. All right, sure would be nice to develop my dude. Can I take 3 to do that? Do I get to do anything else? No, we're 1 mana off being able to do anything else. Okay. Oh, you saw it? I think he's a paid actor, man, with that play. All right, what is this? You're just gonna disable my spider? Probably actually could have attacked there first. That was actually a missed attack. 4-3 doesn't do anything right now. Unless without combat tricks. I block here every time. If he has combat trick, he has combat trick. Okay. I can pump dogs with Sanctuary too. So it doesn't matter if it's dog or cat there. So one of these days I'm going to be able to double spell. Probably. Not dog. Bird, cat, dog. So that's not a dog. That's a dog. Okay, you're wrong on both accounts. So I don't know what you're talking to me about, but it's difficult to keep up with. So he's going to have 5 combat power and 4 toughness. I can pump the... This gets pumped by that for sure if I want. I think it's Courser, though. I want to use my green mana. I have to gang block that and get fucked. I can gang block here. I get fucked by a blowout spell, but he would have probably used that on his flyer, I think, last turn. So you can always top deck removal or a... top deck removal or a combat trick here. And that's not good for me. But if he doesn't do that, I think it's better to, instead of trading Devils for the Blade, I think it's better to, not Devils for Blade, I think it's better to have a creature developed on the board than not have a creature developed on the board, if that makes sense. So I could have ended up with a 4/4 dog that trades, or I can gang block. It's worse. This is a double striker, and you can tap twice, so this goes 1. So it's a 4/4 double striker. That card's a huge problem. I'm not going to actually draw resources, and what's going to happen here is I'm going to flood out at the end here and never draw removal. I'm not sure how I get around that. It is double strike. Six is not better than 5 particularly. I guess I'm trying to trade with it with my own first striker to kill it. I guess. Because how else the fuck am I going to get through double strike right now when he can pump it a million times? Okay. That's a 5/5 double striker. All right. Do I have removal? I mean, we're going to draw all lands at once and die now. It's going to be some big pocket of fucking shit lands that kill me. I'm so annoyed about this game. We're 5-2 right now. Can I take 10? It doesn't trample. I don't think I can take 10. So if I block it with all of them, does it die? No. Okay. He must have Infuriate. No? I don't think he has to have Infuriate there. Alright, I can actually double spell this turn and ramp up to 6 mana. I don't know how I beat this card without removal right now. Why leave Sword on Devil? Could be. Could be like Shock or Infuriate. I mean, it certainly could be. I think I'm on the chumping plan again, so. I do ramp to 7 with 3 on the board. There's no way I keep 4 on the board next turn, right? Like I have to chump the double striker. And I likely am going to have to block more if he attacks. So, looks like Shock. It's a really good draw for him there. Kills all my fucking stuff. I'm in bad shape still. Still can't deal with this striker. Okay. I have to kill this with removal. Do I have any removal left in my deck? I've got 1 piece of removal left in my deck. We can never take 12 damage or we die to the overrun the turn after. Okay. Is that even a better block than the 3/3? That's a card. Forgot about that card. I'm 1 mana off casting 2 spells here, huh? So he taps. Oh, shit. Chat, if he draws creature, I lose right now. If I pass and let him attack and he draws creature, I lose. Can't I cast 2? No? Sure can't. I've got 6 mana. I've got a 5, a 7, and a 2. Go ahead and add. I can pump Hound. That's a good point. Okay. Yeah, pumping dog is right. I mean, you could just top deck Glorious Anthem in this position, I guess. That seems reasonable. Sure. Okay, seems good. Okay, so what happens here? They trade, right? This is a 6/3 first strike. I mean, I could eat the devils, but I don't think I ever beat the breaker if I eat the devil. So I think I take 6. We're super fucking far behind. I can never make this live. I can get this up to a 4/4. Okay. Punt from opponent has 2 vigilance. Sure, he's been punting all fucking game. It doesn't matter. All right, now I don't want to activate ability. Hold on. No. Fast to blockers. Declare blocker. Take the 6 here, go to 10. I don't want to go to first strike damage, but I will declare block. All right, let's go ahead and run this out. Now they both die. Pumping doesn't do anything, although I could. Can't target the druid with pumps. I doubt I can beat this from here. Too many turns waiting for an answer to that siege breaker. So do I just die if I play this out? 4, 7, 9. Yeah. All he does is transfer the all he has to do is transfer the sword from Havoc Devils to anything else and it kills me. If I play out Spider, it's 2 blockers, but I'm in a worse position next turn. I don't eat any creatures. I'm basically forced to chump the devil because I'd take 6. Nah, it's got to be that. But we lose here. We're dead on board. So we need our opponent to be as bad at combat math as he is at the rest of these interactions. Thank you, Anthem. And this just trades with devil. It doesn't even eat it. Oh, we're dead. We're dead. This just trades with devil. For some reason, I was thinking I got to eat devil. I'm sure he top deck combat trick anyways. I know you are disabled human. Okay. So we can't ever not block these things. Have to block that. Go to 1. He didn't transfer sword over. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but okay. I'm still alive then. So he missed he missed onboard lethal, but drew a card that does damage to my face. So I guess he didn't miss it. Okay. Chat, we went 5-0 with this deck. Then we played 3 games in a row where lands decided the outcome of our game. It's so frustrating. But I mean, that's, to be honest, today was three drafts where we went 5 wins. That seems fairly reasonable. I mean, technically we're going infinite today. Sir, this is a casino. Not wrong. Good comment. Sir, this is a casino. Stop complaining about RNG is a great fucking response. Right. Let's get our gems. All right. And I am done for the day. Thanks for being here, guys. I think tomorrow is MTGA again, and then Friday or Saturday is setting up for a tryout day. We have a fair number of games under our belt that we're looking forward to playing, checking out Evil Genius among other games with the tryout day stuff. And I am going to be done for today. Probably a bit more. Oh, payout. Thanks. Yep. I'll probably be doing Magic again tomorrow. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, throw me a follow, and I will see you guys soon. And let me rate a friend on the way out, see who's streaming, and we'll go from there. I mean, this is a perfect draft of all the fun and shitty things in Magic all in the same draft, right? All right, who is streaming that we'd like to raid? You know what? We got some Todd playing Warcraft 3. I think I'm going to send him a raid. Tell him I said hi, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. Later.